And I am here in front of the Smithsonian Museum, the original old building, kind of a Victorian structure. And you can see we've got hello, DR curves. Folks are running by. And I did a periscope this morning down there. I watched the sunrise behind the Capitol Dome. This is the National Mall. This part right here is all under construction right now. They're digging it up, replacing all the soil and putting in nice new turf. And down here, I am heading toward the, you can see right behind there, that's the Washington Monument. Hello, LD Capitano. And I'm here in front of the Smithsonian. You can see folks running. I have that's my kick bike. It's a little adult scooter. And I had to look this guy up. This is Hello Molrob J-T-Y Roy. Cool. Anyway, I had to look him up. I came around here and it says Joseph Henry. Well, if any of you are engineers or physicists, you'll know about Henrys. Henrys are hello from Florida, Steve. Anyway, Henrys are a measure of inductance, I believe. And this man right here was the first secretary of the Smithsonian. Hello, Jeff. Focus, test. And he invented basically the technology that went into doorbells, and then of course Morse, the Morse code, hello wolf cookies. Basically you wrapping metal, passing electricity through it, turning magnets on and off, which of course made the telegraph possible, Samuel Morse. And this guy, hello, correct. This guy right here, Joseph Henry, he was actually, he discovered inductance at the same time Faraday over in Europe did, but he didn't publish, but he practicalized. Hello, Kawe and Penny. Hello, how are you? So anyway, I'm here in front of the Smithsonian. Hello, Penny. And the sun has just risen here in Washington, D.C. And Katalek. Very good. Okay. How are you? I'm fine. And we've got folks walking along in their fluorescent shirts and runners and so forth. And and so I'm headed down this way. By the way, this is the National Mall. Look how it's all torn up. That's the art museum over there, I believe. And how are you? I'm doing fine. Thank you, Roy. And we're headed down here to, you can make it out, that is the Washington Monument. So I'm going to make it, so I'm going to run this for another couple of minutes, and then I'm going to turn it off, and then I'll start it up again. I'm Wareflo on Twitter, W-A-R-E-F-L-O. Hello, Scott. And we've got crowds of folks. In fact, we got runners about to come by. Hello. Half and half. Right down, that half of the mall is beautiful, is absolutely gorgeous. They've got lots of, they dug down a foot. I was there last year. Yeah, see, they're doing different parts of it. So this right here is under construction, but that half toward the Capitol, which 2 years ago they had started to construct. And it was amazing. I mean, they actually took out, hello, Omar. We're here on the National Mall. I just told them about this guy right here. This was the first secretary of the Smithsonian. We're in front of the Smithsonian right here. He was a physicist. He was born in 1797 and discovered basically how to make electromagnets. Hello from Georgia. Welcome. Anyway, this is my, it's not a bicycle. It's basically an adult scooter. So you see, you kind of scoot along. Hello from Russia. I had a guy from Russia. Earlier I did the sunrise behind the Capitol Dome. Yeah, it is funny looking. Kids love it. They see this thing and they go, oh my God, I can't believe that an adult is on something like that. Hello, FPXLR2 2015. People don't always choose pronounceable. Yeah, right. Well, hey, an adult would love it. I have, you know what, due to knee issues, and no, I don't. I wish I did. It would be great. I've not been to Russia. Well, actually, I have. I've been to St. Petersburg on a cruise up the Baltic. So Anyway, well, cool. Gosh, thank you for all the hearts, folks. People like my kick bike. It's called a kick bike. That's the if you go to kickbike.com, and then they have distributors all over the world. It hasn't really. I'm going to point out something. I actually created a place to put my smartphone, and so my Periscope that I did before this was me coming down the National Mall, pop a wheelie on that thing, perhaps unintentionally, but no. Actually, it's pretty easy to go head over heels though, like this. So you got to be careful when you hit. Which is why it has next. It's the only bike I've seen that has. This is 700C, so it's on the metric system, and this is 18-inch. Man, it is really hard. I have a big stockpile of 18-inch tubes and tires. Although I've never had a flat tire, so I never had to use it, but they're hard to find. So, anyway, I am here. Cool bike. Well, thank you very much. Anyway, I really like the coloration here. You got this sort of brown red brick block, and it has rear brick. So let's see, which one is this? That's the front brake. Yeah, there we go. So there's the rear brake. Yeah, well, oh yeah, it is a nice building. This is the original. It's in fact, I'm not an expert here, but I do know a little bit of. So there's this aristocrat in England named Smithson, and he had like the equivalent of hundreds of millions of dollars today. I don't know what that would be back then. Anyway, he loved the idea. Yeah, more like a scooter. It's great for downhill and okay on the flat, but you basically walk up steep hills. Anyway, but Smithson didn't like his family. He hated his relatives. And so he willed, he'd never been to the United States. He actually willed his fortune to the United States. And I think it was rather ambiguously put, like, use it for some purpose or other. And the money laid around for a while, and then, of course, it built interest. It grew and grew and grew. And so the Smithsonian and his relatives sued, and so there was like a legal action for years and years and years. So, but anyway, so basically, now this is just one of hundreds of buildings. In fact, the National Zoo is part of the Smithsonian system. But just this guy was pissed at his relatives. Hello, American people. Very good. Where are you coming in from? You should update your avatar, your picture, so I can see what you look like. Anyway, as you see people going by, you'll notice that there are lots of runners. Anyway, I'm going to turn off here in just a second, and we're going to continue on our way until I get to the Washington Monument. Thank you, guys. Sorry to sign off, but I'm Wareflow on Twitter, WAREFLO, no W at the end. I will tweet it in about 10-15 minutes. Trying to